hour number 2. Grab another cup of coffee. Stay tuned. We've got Jeremy Striz of QuickKit, your fast and affordable solution to cabinet remodeling. He'll be talking more about the services they provide, what they offer, so stay tuned for that. Also, About Your House is brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. About Your House is also brought to you in part by Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store is a family-owned store serving the Carolinas for over 70 years. They're the largest independent appliance retailer in the Carolinas, constantly growing and taking pride in the experience that they offer customers with a knowledgeable sales staff, product solution, and lowest price guarantee. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
And welcome back, hour number 2. Richton Cunningham at the helm today, running the show. Appreciate you, Richton.
Thank you, Ray.
Bringing Richton more into the folds of the show, too, on this new format we're doing. We're going back to radio format on a podcast. Hope it works. We'll see. Man, nothing's easy anymore, that's for sure. But, hey, we're getting there. We appreciate you tuning us in. And I haven't done this yet, but seems like I probably need to since it's pretty habitual with all the YouTubers and podcasters. Like and subscribe the video on YouTube. Just hit subscribe, like it. You know what to do.
Subscribe, comment, all the above, share.
Yeah, you can comment. We don't care. Be nice. Please.
Or you can do constructive criticism. We'll take that too.
Yeah, I love criticism. You can criticize. I don't care. Just be nice.
Watch it.
Just be nice. Yeah. And we've got Jeremy Striz in studio today, the podcast studio at the Toolbox. What's the Toolbox all about? It's a 4,000 square foot warehouse on the north side of town up in the Derrida community. All you newcomers don't know Derrida, but Derrida's been here as long as Charlotte. It's just used to be out in the country, rural farmland, believe it or not. One day this was farmland. At any rate, we're up in Derrida area. It's going to be an interactive workspace for kids, putting tools with the trades in the kids' hands. Students, let me say students because we'll have young men here as well. This summer, we're going to have summer camps teaching kids about the trades, how to work with their hands, critical thinking. That's what the Toolbox is all about. Go online, PutToolsInSchools.org, see what you can do to help. We've got to fund all this, too. We need money. We need volunteers. We need help. That's the Toolbox, PutToolsInSchools.org. And we're at the podcast studio located in the Toolbox. Yep. What do you think of this podcast studio, Jeremy?
I think it's awesome. I think you did a phenomenal job.
Well, we're getting there. Once we learn all the bugs and bells and the whistles, but we're getting there. It's a lot of technology to learn. But back to your story. You were talking about Home Depot down in Myrtle Beach.
Yes, sir.
You worked there for, 3-4 years?
I was store manager for 3 years in Myrtle Beach.
And then where to from there?
Well, as a store manager, I really grew a really strong fondness for the pro customer. I was competitive. I wanted to win as a store manager. I wanted to ensure that my associates got the biggest success sharing checks they could possibly have time and time again. And I knew that the one way to insulate my business and continue strong growth year over year was by over-indexing on the pro customer. So I became kind of known for that as a store manager, as being really pro savvy and just having strong relationships with the contractors that were in my store. And so that afforded me the next opportunity in my career, which was to become a regional pro sales director for the South Atlantic region, which that required a move to Charlotte. So 14 years ago.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions.
Yes,
how'd you get to Charlotte? And you just answered the question. Yeah. How nice.
Yeah, so that region is based here in Charlotte. At the time, it was the office was off of Tyvola Road. So my wife and I packed the boys up. We came to the area, and the focus for us at that time was, because our kids were getting ready to get into school, was, what is the best school system in the general area? We ended up going to Fort Mill, and we've never
good
regretted
choice.
it. Yeah, it's
good choice.
System is phenomenal. Our boys are just
you down in Indian Land, Fort Mill area.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I live down off of Doby's Bridge Road, so I'm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they've
I was down there last week.
maybe had the benefit of some phenomenal education. A lot of why they are so positioned for success is just due to what they've been taught as they've been able to attend that school system. So yeah, we've been in that area for 14 years now. That was.
So you're in Charlotte.
Yes, sir.
Well, what happened to Home Depot?
Well, with Home Depot,
I'm sorry to keep going back to that, but I want to know.
Fine. No, I totally understand. Yeah. So,
You sit in the studio today as a 47-year-old veteran in the home improvement industry due to your experience with the box stores. Great story.
yes, sir.
I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Seriously. And it's a good story. Thank you for sharing.
No, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share it. So the next 4 years of my career, 4.5 years, I led at the regional level specific to the pro customer. So I had outside sales reps. I was responsible for the pro desks and all the stores throughout the region. Thoroughly enjoyed the job. But it entailed a lot of travel, as you would imagine, service in a region.
There's that travel again.
It was a lot of travel.
Corporate America, here we come.
Yeah, and I quantified this because I felt as a husband, as a father, there were a lot of junctures throughout my career where I felt guilty for not being home. My wife was a single parent. My boys didn't have a dad. They had a single parent.
I honor that.
Yeah,
Really tremendous.
So if you do the math on this, if I averaged 3 days a week where I was on the road, which was some weeks it was more than that, some weeks it was a little bit less, but I think on average 3 days a week, I wasn't a dad, I wasn't a husband. Times 52 weeks a year, that's 156 days a year that my kids didn't have a dad.
Right.
It's 156 days a year that my wife was a single parent. And, for me personally, at least anyway, there was a tremendous amount of guilt associated with that. There was regret about what I was sacrificing at home. What I felt like, I was doing to be able to try to set my family up for success financially and being able to take care of my family and being able to leave a legacy for my boys. You still, there's a pretty extreme trade-off associated with that, with doing that in the respect of what you give up by not being physically present for those that you love. So 4 years in that role, I got to a point where it was, being home and being a dad and being a husband is really important to me. It's the most important thing to me at this time in my career.
That's awesome. I commend you for that, Jeremy.
I appreciate that.
You're a good man because few men would recognize that, relatively speaking. I'm not saying all, but you put a high priority on that, and that's awesome.
Well, I had plenty of people around me saying, "Hey, look, don't feel guilty about it. Like, this is your responsibility as
well, a provider.
Yes,
You're the ultimate breadwinner and provider. I get it.
But all I could envision was 20 years down the road, what would my kids remember? Would they remember the fact that I was able to buy them a car when they started driving, or would they remember the fact that I wasn't there and I missed a basketball game or a birthday, or what would resonate most loudly for them? And for me, there was just, like I said, there was just a sense of guilt associated with not being physically present for as much as I was on the road. So I asked for the opportunity to do a role that enabled me to go home every single night. So I transitioned into a district manager position. I had that experience in the past with being a store operator. So with all the experiences that they had afforded me throughout my career, I was very qualified to be able to do that job effectively. So I spent about the last year and a half of my career performing that role for Home Depot before I ultimately ended up transitioning to Lowe's.
Well, now, just curious, one day you get an offer from Lowe's, or?
So
I'm just curious.
Yeah, look, and I've said this. And look, I want people, when they think about their time and experience with me as their leader, I would hope that people reflect on their time under my leadership as being the best times of their career. Because I've oftentimes
That's
said
awesome.
I've oftentimes said that, and I firmly believe this, the way that you feel about an organization that you work for is directly associated with the leader that leads you.
Yeah.
And if you work for a great leader, a leader that leads you effectively, you tend to, at that point in time throughout in your career, your experience is very positive associated with the brand that you represent because you work for a great leader.
Well,
Conversely,
on the leadership roles, not sorry to interrupt this, but it brings something to the forefront that I reflect on a great deal. There aren't many leaders anymore. We're not teaching leadership skills. So I commend you for that, because right now people are afraid to lead. In America, men especially, are afraid to lead. And we're lacking leaders, because I was the ambassador of leadership through my coming up through NARI as a past president, and I became more or less an ambassador looking for leaders, future leaders. And the further I got along in my career with the development of leaders, every year it seemed like our pool of leaders were going down steadily. And in today's world, I don't have to tell you, leadership roles men do not lead like they once did. So I commend you for that. Leadership's something that is in dire straits right now. We need leaders. We need people to step up and lead groups of young men, young sons and daughters and kids. We're lacking. And I appreciate you doing that, because that meant a lot to your employees.
well, I've throughout my entire career, I've stayed committed to always doing things the right way, having a strong, well-calibrated moral compass.
Well,
integrity
I commend your parents for giving that to you too, because that's upbringing. And unfortunately, we don't have the nuclear families that we once had in America. With the single families, the single parent families, it's become a big detriment to the outcomes of our kids and their futures. And like it or not, it's a fact. I mean, that's just human behavior 101. God, here I get a little spiritual on you about there's women and there's men, and there's a reason there's the two sexes. And we're talking about it right here. So you had a job that was taking so much of your time, so you said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do it anymore. I want to be home with my kids, my family, my wife, and I want to be the father that I am. And basically that's what you did, and said, Uncle, and you took another path. And how was it? How was the transition to the Blue Store? Just curious. I've never had this opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to find out about a retailer with the box stores.
Yeah.
Not only one, but two.
Yeah. Well, the transition was there was kind of a migration, so to speak, of some folks from Home Depot to Lowe's, as Lowe's was getting really serious about, at the time, Marvin Ellison, who was the executive vice president at Home Depot, went to JCPenney for a short stint, and then when the opportunity opened up, he transitioned into the CEO role at Lowe's. So obviously had that familiarity with Home Depot from his time there as the executive vice president. With Marvin going there were a lot of folks that followed Marvin's leadership and respected Marvin's leadership. So there was a migration of sorts of
People.
some really talented folks that went from Home Depot to Lowe's.
What year was that? You remember?
That was 2017.
Okay, so recently, relatively
2017,
speaking.
2018, somewhere in that time frame. I officially started with Lowe's in April of 2019 is when I officially started with Lowe's. And the thing that was exciting about it was just the prospect of being able to go build something great. Lowe's was very forthcoming about not understanding the pro customer the way that their chief competitor did. So to have the opportunity to go in and be able to build out a strong foundation, level the competitive playing field a bit, and just to be part of building that was exciting to me.
Yeah, they could sure use it. Well, the pro side of retail in the big box stores is the biggest challenge. to meet the needs of the pros, as they call it. And, and I'm going to speak from the industry's point of view. And the box stores, when August of 91 came around and Home Depot came to town, it sure set up a better playing field where both stores were very competitive and after the business. See, one being singular here, be it the Blue Store for many, many years, and then Home Depot moves in, it certainly changed the dynamics of the home improvement market of Charlotte. And it did. I mean, how many stores we got now? And that was back in 91. Look at it now. And it's just been and they've run not all, but they've run the majority of the hardware stores are gone. Mom and pop businesses around it are gone. And it did change the neighborhood, you might say, around home improvement and product. For that, I hate it because I love although I got a story to tell. I was out in the Fort Mill area last week, and we went by the Blue Store to pick up a 220 50 amp receptacle because I knew the job we were going to required one. We went in there, and I got distracted by a 4-inch handy box and some other little incidental things that I needed as well, just to be sure I was covered. Well, I forgot the 50 amp receptacle. So when I got to the job, I says, "Where's that 50 amp receptacle?" And he looked at me, and I looked at him. I said, "We didn't even buy one. We got to go back to the store." Oh, God, and nothing makes me any more angry than to have to go back after already been there. That was stupidity on my part. Very stupid. I was upset with myself. However, Kevin, my helper that day, he says, "There's a hardware store about 2 miles from here. It's an Ace right up the street on Gold Hill Road." And sure enough, 5 minutes we were there at the hardware. 5 minutes we were on our way back. Oh, man, I worked 10-minute break to go get a receptacle, piece of cake. Thank you, hardware store. I love me some hardware stores. I didn't have to go back to the big box, So it was a good day after all. Got my 50-amp receptacle, got it all squared away. But let me take this opportunity to talk about my fine sponsors on this here show. First of all, ABS Insulating, a Indian Trail-based company specializing in insulation, making a house more comfortable. Whether it's old, new, whatever, because they've got techniques and methodologies that they can go in your 40-year-old house and bring it up to snuff as far as the insulation goes. Air sealing, foam, both closed cell, open cell foam they offer. You're remodeling, looking to upfit, give them a call. Let them know what they can do for you, offering you a lower electric bill, greater comfort, guaranteed. That's ABS Insulating. And don't forget about their gutter division, folks. When it comes to gutters, they got a great division to specifically take care of any gutter needs you want, be it you want to change them to jumbo, you like that? Gumbo gutters. No, jumbo gutters. Or jumbo downspouts. If you got regular residential gutters put on your house, new house, standard 101 gutters where you got little bitty downspouts, let me make a suggestion. Call ABS, get them upfitted to jumbo downspouts. That'll take care of more water and less blockages at your little cup, your downspout hole. That's ABS Insulating. Give them a call, 704-821-4343 or online, absinsulating.com. And let's don't forget Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Your floor covering store at your door. Yep, we could say that. They bring the showroom to you in their little old Ford vans. They've got you covered. Be it hardwood, LVP, ceramic tile, whatever the case may be, engineered or not, doesn't matter what the flooring is. You may think you know, give them a call. You may not know what you're talking about or thinking about it at all. They got products that the newest, most innovative products on the market in the floor covering industry, Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Don't worry about that Southeast Charlotte. They'll come to you no matter where you're at. Be it Belmont, Indian Land, Fort Mill, TK. Hey, let's go back to the Union County side of the line, Monroe. Doesn't matter where you're at, they'll bring the showroom to you. That's right, showroom on wheels. That's Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Visit them, Google them, Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte, or yourfloorcoveringteam.com. And let's talk about Queen City Home Store. What, Lord of mercy, you can't say enough about Queen City Home Store. Family owned and operated, third generation now since 1952. They got you covered, be it home furnishings. Many, many locations. Recently, they've expanded their operations to home stores. Not just video and appliances anymore. They'll take care of your furniture, be it whatever room you want. Bedding, great line of bedding. Visit one of their stores as Queen City Home Stores. Been in, like I said, since 1952, bringing great product, great prices guaranteed to the Charlotte metro area and beyond. QueenCityOnline.com. 704-391-6000. Give them a call. Queen City Home Store. I've got Jeremy Stritch in town. Yeah, he's in town, all right. He's sitting in studio today with me from QuickKit, telling me his story about Lowe's and his box store experience around Home Depot. Yeah, I set them both there. Very few times I've ever had, matter of fact, it's the only time I've had a guest that worked at both box stores. And thank you for the story. I really appreciate it. So how long did you last at Lowe's?
About 6.5 years.
That's great. You got great experience at the box stores. You got a great background. And you learned a lot about home improvement market. What took you to QuickKit? Now we're going to talk about cabinet.
Yeah, well, it was. I was at that point in my career where, look, there's corporate America's corporate America. You know,
it sure is.
You know, and you can't deny the pros and cons associated with working for $100 billion organizations. And at that stage in my career, 9 months ago, the most important thing to me was feeling fulfilled. You know, you talked earlier about purpose, meaningful work. I've never been about a title. I've never been about a paycheck. That's never why I've gone to work. But with 17 years between those two organizations, I did well for myself and I did well for my family from an earning standpoint. And at that stage in my life, it certainly wasn't about money anymore. It was about going and working for an organization that I believed in, a product that I believed in, that I knew I could go out with confidence and sell with conviction. And also to, you know, get a rest and a break from corporate America. You know, being in that environment for 17 plus years. So
QuickKit does not have a corporate feel about it, even though they're out of Houston.
No, I mean, QuickKit's a privately
See, he
held.
says QuickKit. I say QuickKit.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can call it what you want.
Yeah.
Just look at it and say it. QuickKit. QuickKit. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a small.
All these little faux pas will get you to remember it. Yep.
Yeah, and
what do I say?
And I'm going to share
How
with
does-
you guys. You're probably thinking, QuickKit, where did that name come from? I'm going to break that down for you here just shortly. But no, it's a small, privately held organization. Our founder and owner, CEO, was a CEO for a full box cabinetry company, and consistently got the request for, I just need doors and fronts. So George took it upon himself to create what was CinchKit at the time back in 2017, and has evolved to QuickKit since then. So since 2017, QuickKit's been in business, and the thing that I love most about this organization is it's a bunch of good people that are here to ultimately
Back to that people thing.
just at the end of the day, we're here to make our customers heroes. Like, that's actually part of our existence. You see it on our website. You'll see it in my email signature if you get an email from me. We exist to make our customers heroes.
All right. I love it. All right. QuickKit, whatever you want to call it. It's a cat. Well, I just want to, I don't know what to say.
QuickKit.
QuickKit. It means quick it. That means do it quick it.
Yeah.
Okay. Be quick at it. Okay.
QuickKit.
I think we covered it, Richard. Maybe we need to say it 3 or 4 more times.
QuickKit.
Shut up. No. But I look at this presentation today as a opportunity for someone, because the right guy Now, I've remodeled kitchens. I've facelifted kitchens. I've done everything under the sun around kitchens and cabinets through the years, my 56 years. I had a cabinet shop at one time. I built boxes. I built custom cabinets. You know, I understand it. Now, but if you've got a kitchen, and a lot of people do, they can't afford 20, 30, 40, 50 up $1,000 to remodel your kitchen. But your cabinets look like crap. And I mean, let's just put it bluntly. But you can't afford it. You can't afford new cabinets. But what can you afford? Well, if you're a DIY person, you can afford to reface them, facelift them, paint them, do what you got to do. And we're going to find out about this product. But this product, to me, is an opportunity for someone that understands. First of all, you got to read a tape measure, just up front. If you don't know how, well, you're lost, okay? It won't work. You got to learn how to read a tape measure, right?
Right.
Probably one of the most important steps. And on the screen right now, you see, first of all, you select your product. What product? Talk to me.
So we have 3 different door styles. We've got the classic shaker. We've got the shaker slide, which is those 2 doors.
Classic shaker right there.
That's a classic shaker. That's the shaker slide. So you guys can see the difference in the aesthetic between those 2. But those are both 5-piece construction. 4 pieces being the frame.
Pretty well assembled, I might add.
Thank you for that. And look, we manufacture the product end to end in our facility in Houston. We service every state, every city within the U.S. But we start with 4x8 raw sheet goods, MDF, and we take it all the way through the process. Nothing comes into our facility pre-finished. We are a tried and true manufacturer at our core.
Okay. But if you're someone industrious and want to create a market and do marketing around this product, and I'm not suggesting you do so, but I'm saying there's an opportunity here on a low budget cabinet improvement task. That's what this is. This is the bottom rung of the ladder in my book, other than painting. Painting would be down and dirty, the bottom rung. This right here would be a step up from that, maybe two, because the doors and drawer fronts are going to be superior product, you know. But now let's talk about the boxes. What do you do about the boxes?
So that's a great question. So, and again, look, just revisiting the criteria here in terms of where we're a good fit. You don't want to change the layout. You're comfortable with the existing layout.
Oh, we're not taking any boxes out.
Yeah,
we're not changing. We're not going to get the screw gun out or nail remover.
No.
The cat's claw. We're not going to take any cabinets off the wall. We're dealing with as-is cabinetry.
Yeah, and look, the other thing that's beautiful about that is there's no permit required. There's no need to bring in specialty trades, plumbers, electricians. You don't have to remove a countertop. That's another thing that's really nice about installing our product and refacing your kitchen and indoor bathrooms is it doesn't require all of that invasiveness that full box replacement does. So you're not changing the layout and your boxes are structurally sound. Okay, so face frames and exposed areas. You know, Ray brought that up. Okay, so QuickKit's going to provide me brand new custom doors, drawer fronts, falls fronts, Lazy Susans.
Well, we got to pick the color too.
Yes, you do.
That's part of select.
Yeah, and
first step, you got to select your color and your.
Yeah, I'd like to mention too we've got a third style. So Ray showed you the classic shaker and the shaker slide. We also too have just a standard slab, which is a 1-piece construction, fully edge banded again, just like with the 5-piece doors. No failure points whatsoever, which is why we offer a lifetime warranty against the lamination. So
these doors, you order a lifetime warranty on.
Yes.
Okay, keep talking.
Lifetime warranty against the lamination. We fully warranty for life all the hardware as well. So the hinges, the pulls, hardware is warranted for life as well. So you pick your door style, and then you pick your color. So for the classic shaker, we've got 9 colors. The shaker slide, we've got 4 colors. We're looking at expanding that, just as an FYI for everyone.
All this information's on the website too. And I will say, pretty decent website, I must say.
Thank you.
Got some nice videos to guide you. So,
yeah,
pretty good stuff.
And then the one-piece construction, the slab, we have 11 colors in that. The other thing that a lot of customers take advantage of, let's just say if you're a remodeler out qualifying a prospective client, or you're a homeowner and you don't like our colors, you want a color outside of our offering, we offer a paint-ready option in all 3 door styles that's fully primed, it's wrapped. You can paint it, you can roll it, brush it, spray it, whatever you want, whatever color you want. So we have that option as well in the event you want a color outside of our standard offering.
Awesome. So, all right, let's go back to the box. What are we going to do with the box?
So there's really 3 options that we extend our customers. What most of our customers do is they paint the face frames in exposed areas. We provide you the paint. Our paint is Sherwin-Williams Duration Interior Latex Satin. It's batched by Sherwin-Williams. It's brought into our facility, and we ship that out in your kit. So again, we provide you everything that you need for the project.
So paint the boxes.
Paint the boxes, face frames, exposed areas.
Whoa, got to take a break here. Not that it's painted, but I'm going to say this because this is very key. Just because they send you the paint, if you don't clean and prepare that surface, don't even begin to do this job. The most important part, and I have to say this, the most important part of this product is preparation. Preparation in measuring correctly, preparation in proper selection, and preparation back to preparing. Preparation. That's what painting is. I would recommend cleaning the cabinets with a degreasing cleaner, whatever that might be. Dawn works great with a little water, hot water. And then lightly, I said lightly, sand the cabinets. Lightly. I'm not telling you to sand the finish off. What I'm telling you to do is get a palm sander. A palm sander, a little one of them buzz machines, palm sander, and use that and lightly sand the boxes. Doesn't have to be a big ordeal. Yes, a little bit of dust is going to occur. Once you get the cabinet sanded pretty well, you don't have to go crazy. Lightly sand. And the whole purpose in sanding your cabinets is adhesion. You want to be sure your paint adheres to the cabinet. And if you don't prepare it and you paint those cabinets, your paint's coming off. It will come off. Maybe not all of it, but some of it's going to come off. Yeah. This is a very, very important step, but it's still a good step because it's going to give you a better looking, better finished cabinet.
Yes.
And I would probably recommend 2 coats. I don't know how much paint they give you, but it's probably enough for 2 coats. Boxes don't require a lot of paint.
True. It's great that you bring that up. So the installation process, just so everybody understands, it's maximum. I say maximum, roughly 2 days, start to finish, to install our product. The preparation part is a component of that.
And really, that's probably once you take all the doors and drawers out of the kitchen. I said take all the doors and drawers out of the kitchen or away from the cabinets. Sand them, prepare them, paint it. Acrylic paint normally dries in a couple hours to where you can second coat if need be. Second coat, and you can do that the first day, go back second day, wrap it up with all your drawers and door fronts.
It sounds like Ray's installed he's an advocate of
been there, done that.
Like
not my first rodeo.
Work for our marketing team, but you're spot on. It's remove your doors and fronts. You patch your old holes from the previous hinges with wood
That's
putty.
Preparation.
Clean it, sand it down with 150 grit sandpaper is what we recommend. That just makes it porous to take the paint and ensure adhesion. You paint, allow it to fully cure, then you install your doors and your fronts. We provide you everything inside your kit, all your fasteners, all your hardware. There's no need to run to a big box for anything to be able to execute this project. We provide you everything within your kit. So we're fast. I'm going to go into detail here in a sec as to why what I mean by we're fast, we're quick. But the kit is proprietary to us. We send you your parts inside of a little briefcase with a handle on it.
Yeah, it's the picture right there. It is. There's your briefcase boxes.
The average job ranges between 4 to 5 of those on average. But we provide you everything that you need. There's no need to go anywhere else for supplemental pieces to be able to execute this refacing project. But once you've prepped the surface, then at that point in time, you install your doors and your drawer fronts. We provide you QR codes to videos, instruction manuals, everything that you need. And look, worst case scenario, if that's not satisfactory, you've got me, you've got our customer support team there to be able to guide you through the process.
What are these samples here for, Jeremy?
Those are just those are
Colors.
renderings of the colors that we have.
So you go color chips right here.
Yep, 11 total colors in slab. I do want to touch on, Ray had asked a good question about face frames and exposed areas. I mentioned painting tends to be the go-to for most of our customers. There are two other options. PSA, which is a pressure-sensitive adhesive, a peel and stick film. We offer that in 16 and 32 square foot rolls. In the event somebody, let's just say you can see some of the wood grains that we have here.
Yes.
Let's just say if I'm a homeowner and I say, look, I really don't want a solid paint on my face frames. I want that wood grain consistent. So I want it on my face frames, my exposed areas. I want my doors and fronts. I want everything to be wood grain. No problem. We can provide you the peel and stick, the PSA, pressure sensitive adhesive, and you can apply that to your boxes, your face frames.
But you still have to prep the box or it won't stick.
Great call.
People, you can't get out of preparing a surface for renew.
True.
You can't get away and not do it. Don't try. That's the biggest mistake people make in the home improvement industry. The DIYers, they try to cut corners. Sanding and preparing a finish is essential to a quality job. Now, once again, I want to go backwards. This is a great opportunity for somebody in the Charlotte metro area to grab this product and do some kitchen refacing on this level. Now, granted, you can get it on various levels. You can call American Woodcrafters. Bruce Zaidman was here 3 weeks ago. You can call him, and they'll come out and do it for you professionally. They'll put your new countertops on. They'll put your new backsplash. They'll hook you up with an electrician, do new lighting. But this is not that avenue.
It's not.
This is a whole different spectrum as far as the DIY market goes. And I see it as a tremendous opportunity. And it'll probably, I might be off base here, but it'll probably take you one or two kitchens to get it down to fine tuning to where it's a wonderful product.
That's typical for those that install our product consistently. After you've done it the first time or two, it's like riding a bicycle. At that
Oh, I agree. Yeah. But anyway, it looks to be great. How's it go? You've been at it for how long?
8 or 9 months now. I've been with QuickKit.
8 or 9 months.
Yes,
How's
sir.
it going?
Fantastic. Because I enable the organization to be intentional with the single family client.
Right.
So I'm servicing all different types of customer pockets under the single family umbrella. So for anybody that's listening to this conversation, look, I would encourage you, if you're a contractor and you're providing services for consumers, to Ray's point, there's a tremendous opportunity for you to make some quality margins installing this product, because for the customer that cannot afford a $30,000-$40,000 kitchen, but they want a new kitchen, you as a remodeler or contractor can go out and market a brand new kitchen, a fresh, beautiful kitchen with minimal invasiveness for somebody that's got the tightest of budgets. So I'm very passionate about helping connect the dots for remodelers and contractors to say, hey, look, if you're struggling right now with what you've historically done and there's just not enough jobs, your pipeline is not as heavy as and full as you would like it to be, partner with me. I'll provide you a net new revenue stream in partnership with QuickKit, where you can go out and you can be a hero for your customers and make a really quality living at the same time.
I firmly believe there's an opportunity here. Let me take a break here. I want to take a break and talk about a few sponsors, and we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you some market some great applications for this product. Airbnbs, and that'll be a little hint. We'll come on back. We'll talk about it. But let me talk about our sponsors, Owens Chimney Systems. Owens Chimney Systems, if it's got something to do with the fireplace, they got you covered. Furnaces, they'll clean your furnace out. Yep, they'll come out and clean your furnace, do a great thorough cleaning on your furnace, something very few people do, but hey, they do it. Owens Chimney Systems, gas fire logs, running gas lines, you're tired of burning wood, you want gas fire logs, they'll run your gas line, they'll hook you up, no problem. New chimney liner, whatever the case may be, inspection. Have you had your fireplace inspected lately? You ought to do it at least once every 1 to 2 to 3 years. Don't go longer than that. Don't burn your house down. That's Owens Chimney Systems. Second generation owner, been in business, Charlotte metro area, 30 years. So go online, give them a call. Go online on OwensChimneySystems.com. That's OwensChimneySystems.com, where every technician certified. Certified chimney sweep. Even Christina herself, the original James Owens' daughter, stepped up, got approved, certified chimney sweep. Very few females in the industry get certified. Well, Christina's a rare breed to start with. That's OwensChimneySystems.com. And we can't forget about Rhino Lift. Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. 2 young men, very industrious. One of them worked for a foundation company in college, said, I'm going to get out and I'm going to do it right. Well, they teamed up, Alex and Josh. Now they got a very successful business, 30 to 40 employees, many trucks, doing a great job. Give them a call. That's Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. They take care of crawl space encapsulation, foundation failure with helical piers and various other methodologies, elevating slabs back into place, doing it right the first time. That's RhinoLiftFoundations.com. And don't forget our friends at Kilo. Kilo Exterminating, been in business since 1952. Their job is pest control, not to encapsulate your crawl space, not to sell you new ductwork. They're coming out to take care of your pest control issues. That's Kilo Exterminating. Been in business a long time, doing great stuff in the Charlotte area. Third generation Kilo. I go after family-owned, smaller companies representing the Charlotte metro area, providing great service, great professionalism. So our customers, I'm grateful. Thank you. Appreciate the support. We couldn't do it without you. I've got Jeremy Stritch in the studio today, but one more thing I want to say. If you're watching us on YouTube, like us, subscribe. You know the routine. Please do that for us. And one more thing, comment. Tell me how you like the show. Tell me you don't like it. I don't care. But just give us some feedback. We'd like to know you're out there, and it'd help us help the algorithms. You know all that routine around technology, probably better than I. But that's YouTube, both channels, About Your House Radio, and Put Those in Schools, as well as Facebook Live. Jeremy, does anybody, back to the cabinet, QuickKit, that's what we're talking about. A cabinet rejuvenating process, or you're remodeling your cabinets, basically.
Yeah.
You're facelifting your cabinets. You're changing your cabinets to a new look. A great product. Does anybody ever want end caps out of this?
So that's the third option that we have when it comes to exposed areas and face frames.
Yes.
So we have 1/4-inch panels,
yes,
as well as decorative panels.
Let me tell people something about this. This product right here, 1/4-inch thick. I can see it. That's 1/4-inch every day. So that's 1/4-inch thick. All right, the end of your cabinets, if they're box manufactured cabinets, they have a 1/4-inch offset at the front where it meets the side. Mm-hmm. So you could measure, if you know how to read a tape measure, you can measure that end cap and precisely, and give those measurements to QuickKit, and they would make your end panels for you. I'm presuming that's available.
Yes, sir.
And all you got to do is glue the back up with some hot glue and some caulking. Yeah, I said caulking. People, caulking works great for glue, adhesive. It does for me. Try to get it off after it sets up. You'll see what I mean. Believe me, it works. And just literally hot glue it with caulking to the side of the box, and you have a whole new end panel on your box.
Absolutely.
That right there is the stuff. And believe me, if you've got factory cabinets, boxes, that 1/4 inch offset's there. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
It's there.
Yeah.
So now the only thing we didn't address, and I want to cover it because I'm a pretty thorough guy, is the bottom of the cabinets. You can't forget about the bottom of the cabinet. Although a lot of people may. You may let that forego that in your quote. You don't have to. But I'm talking about the bottom of the wall cabinets. We haven't. What do you get on that? What do people do with that, Jerry?
Are you talking about toe kicks?
No, not toe
You're
kicks.
talking about the
Bottom,
the
the
inside?
literal bottom, the bottom side that faces the countertop, the bottom of the cabinet.
So we don't provide anything.
That's why I brought it up. I wanted to be sure that people understand they don't have any provisions for the bottom of the cabinets, but I do. There's paint in the can, and if there ain't enough paint that they give you, go get some more and paint the bottom of your cabinets. Can you order more paint from me?
Absolutely, yes. You can order whatever accessories you need too. So in addition to Ray's point, I need some extra paint. We absolutely can provide that to you. We have all the moldings and the accessories that you need as well. So if you want color match toe kicks, you want crown molding, you want shoe molding, you want base, we have everything that you need to be able to complete the project.
I'm telling you, man, this product's killer in a marketplace, and it's niche.
It is. And if I can, if you let me, super high level value proposition, because there's some facets that I think are going to really, really resonate most effectively with you guys that I haven't even shared yet.
Well, share.
So the quick part.
You got 14 minutes?
Yeah, I've we've referenced QuickKit several times, but I haven't even explained where the quick comes from. Well, there's really two facets to that. Number one, we have the industry's best lead time when it comes to getting you product. You place an order today with us, you're going to receive it within 10 business days guaranteed. We have an expedited option within that where you can cut that lead time in half and receive it within 5 business days. So you're going to receive everything that you need, all of your custom parts, your custom doors, your fronts, everything that you need that's all custom built for you, everything you need, all the accessories, you're going to receive it within 10 business days. The installation part, we've talked about it. Ray hit it beautifully. It's a 2-day installation process. It's very DIY friendly. So that's the quick part of it. We get it to you quickly. You can install it quickly. The easy part, we make every aspect of working with us easy. Everything from, I'll simplify, Ray's mentioned it numerous times, you got to know how to read a tape measure. If you're not super comfortable with taking measurements, I'll make you comfortable with taking measurements. I service every single family client for our organization. We've got an inside sales rep as well. We're at your disposal. We're here to help you. If you're not comfortable taking measurements, we'll help you get comfortable. We'll help you place your order. We make the installation process easy. Everything about working with us is easy. Then the affordable part. I know many of you are probably thinking through what, there's been made reference to it's a fraction of what it costs to replace boxes. How affordable is it really? I will tell you guys, on a 40-part kitchen, which is an average size kitchen, 70% being doors, it's roughly 28 doors, 30% being fronts, drawer fronts, false fronts, which is roughly 12 parts on average, so 40 parts on average. Anybody who's listening right now, consumer, remodeler, contractor, I will tell you guys this, and this is conservative because for some of you, based off of scale and volume,
it varies.
You're going to get a different price point, but I will tell everybody who's listening right now, I can source you everything that you need for an average size kitchen for $2,000 or less.
That's cheap.
Everything that you need for $2,000 or less.
New drawers, door fronts, paint, everything.
All the hardware, soft close hinges, any pull style you want. We have 8 different pull styles in 4 different colors. We've got satin nickel, matte black, rose gold, and chrome. We've got 8 different styles. So that's any style pull, soft close hinges. I don't have soft close hinges. I wish my builder would put soft close hinges in my house. We're going to extend you guys the opportunity for that luxurious open and close experience of your doors based off of what we represent to you guys. And like I said, we provide everything to you within 10 days, and we'll get everything to you for less than $2,000 on average.
Awesome. That's great. So between $2,000 and $3,000, speaking of a greater size kitchen, a bigger kitchen, you can have the parts and all the materials you need to provide you with new looking cabinetry.
Absolutely.
Now, where is this product going? If you're a flipper, there's one possible, area. Airbnbs, if you're looking to create an Airbnb but don't want to go in there and take all your money and your budget on cabinetry, this is a way around it. Apartment buildings, slumlords. Yeah, I said slumlords. you slumlords out here that have all that rental property, and you just
Tell us how you really feel.
well, I mean, that's what they are. I mean, come on, let's face it. I've known quite a few of them in my life, so in the Charlotte area. Well, rental property. Let's just face it, rental property. This is a way to, enhance the look of rental property without going there and remodeling the whole kitchen. And, once again, there's a niche market out there for this stuff. There really is. I can see it. And I know this because coming up through the years, I had bottom dollar cabinets. I mean, the cheapest cabinets you could buy, which were Home Crest at the time, which are trash. And they're trash. I wouldn't sell that to a dog now. I mean, seriously, now that I know the differences, But we all learn, right? Mm-hmm. You learned a few things going to work for Home Depot, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
We all live and we learn. But, this is not, this is a great compromise to new cabinets. Great. And I think it's super. It definitely has a place in the market. No, it's not new cabinets. No, it's not high end, but it sure looks good.
It's a beautiful product, and it will absolutely transform a space.
I think these used as end panels would be killer.
Yes, and they're all custom too. So you tell us the width and the height, whether you want a quarter-inch panel that's raw on the edges, or you want a decorative panel that mimics the styling of your doors.
Right. You could get finished end panels, measure them, and you could put that on the side of the cabinet.
Absolutely.
Really enhance it.
You carry your styling around the end caps. There's also, too, a lot of scenarios where I've had clients that they've got bars, and the backside of the bar is one really expansive bland wall.
Allenback.
You
can make them.
The question comes in those scenarios: what do I do with this really large exposed area on the backside of this island? I've helped a lot of my clients.
Cabinet doors, making raised panel, yeah.
They look like picture frames, and you
Sure.
space them out accordingly, and it really adds that decorative element.
Sure.
And it wraps around, and it keeps it consistent with what you have inside the kitchen.
Don't forget your toe kicks. You brought toe kicks up earlier. That's a little space at the bottom of the cabinet that's recessed, and y'all can cut toe kick panel.
Well, yeah, all of our moldings come in 94-inch links. So we send you a stick of molding. Look, full transparency around our molding prices. Toe kicks are $20, color matched. So same color as your doors, $20. Crown molding is
You don't need but 3 strips for most
you
kitchens.
don't. $23 for a stick of crown molding. So that gives you guys perspective.
And it's pre-finished.
It's all finished.
Yep. Pin guns, here I come.
That's it. And we ship it with everything else. So there's no need to run to a big box. We provide you everything that you need conveniently.
That's great. I mean, it's a great product. Can people call? I mean, what's the process for anybody like listening to us today? They've got their curiosity's high.
Yeah.
They're really interested. What would you suggest to them other than call you? Could they go online? What do you recommend?
I would look. I recommend and I welcome you to reach out to me directly. My cell phone number is 803-833-4152. Again, that's 803-833-4152.
We'll put that on the post. Can we do that, Rishton?
Yeah.
If you give that number to Rishton, he'll put it on the post. So if they go online, they can,
Or if you want to shoot me an email, my email address is j.striz, STRIZ, at QuickKit.com. That's QWIKKIT.com. quickit.com. So j.striz@quickit.com.
We'll post that too.
Yep. You guys can reach out directly to me, and I will get you set up. I'll take good care of you.
Man, this is exciting for a young man in his 20s or an older fella, but to develop a niche for this product.
There are not enough remodelers and contractors out there effectively marketing this service, and I can tell you there are an abundance of homeowners that want new kitchens and baths, but don't think they can afford it because of the stigma associated with full box replacement and solid wood doors.
Well, once you start taking cabinets out, you're going to take plumbing fixtures out, countertops out. The price is not doubled, it's tripled or even more, and you just increase the whole cost tremendously. This has a place in the market. It truly does. And I really think, at first, I will be honest, I was skeptical. I was skeptical. But for the price point and the product it is, it's a great thing.
Well, and here's the other thing too. We're going to stand behind it. QuickKit is a customer-based organization. I am a customer-based sales representative. You can know with confidence, not only to Ray's point, are we going to provide you a great product that you're going to be proud to have guests in your home to experience. But in the event there was ever an issue, a part arrives damaged from FedEx, you reach out to me, we're going to make it right for you. We're going to take care of you.
That's awesome.
Otherwise, we wouldn't go out there with confidence and extend a lifetime warranty against lamination if we weren't committed to our customers.
Well, the fact that you're willing to support it like you do. Now, how many kitchens did you sell last year? Got a number?
Oh, isn't
roughly? Are they all over the state?
I can tell you there's the number that we have on our website, I think on the homepage, is 250,000 homes we've helped renovate.
Really?
Yes, sir. And that number is low comparative to where we are right now based off of when that was put on the website.
Well, I can see you got awards down here on the website. Culture Excellence, Manufacturing Industry, Top Workplaces, 2023. And by the way, tell them to update the copyright date on this website. No, it is. My bad. It is. There was one page that wasn't, but I understand. I'm in the same boat, so who am I to talk?
It's 2026 on the bottom.
Yeah, it is. I see it. I'm just being overly critical, like you said, Richard. You know what?
Yeah,
Very, very small font.
Sometimes you can
what can
do
I
that.
say? What can I say?
You can do that sometimes.
But you got some excellence awards. How about Google reviews? You know what they say?
Oh, I haven't looked at them, but I would certainly hope that it's very reinforcing, positively reinforcing.
And y'all got credit too. Wow. So you can request a sample, credit application, or how to measure right there, getting started.
I will tell everybody our website is incredibly intuitive and very, very helpful. We've got a resource library.
It's simple
on here.
too.
It is. It's very, very simple.
It's simple. Well, Jeremy, it's been fun, but you got to run. No, I'm not. No, we got to run. We got couple minutes here, a minute 40 left before the show wraps up. But I appreciate you coming in here. And thank you for listening. If you happen to venture on us today, Jeremy Stritch from QuickKit or QuickKit, whatever, cabinet rejuvenating company. Great products. I highly recommend them. Go online, check them out. And it's a great, and I wish you luck too.
Thank you.
Through your ventures and
I appreciate it.
Your voyage to getting to where you're going. But you seem to be happy.
I'm very happy.
Here.
Yes, sir.
You're not traveling all over.
Not near. I travel, but it's a level of travel that works well based off of what's most important to me in my life at this stage.
I got you. All right, folks, we got to go. I got about a minute left here. Precision Plumbing's in studio next week. Marianne Konopnicki, along with the plumber and the marketing guy, the influencer. That's next week here. We're going to talk about plumbing. Precision Plumbing is not a residential plumber, so you can't. So what we present next week's plumbing overall and the opportunities, career pathways around plumbing. So tune in every Saturday morning, Fox Sports Charlotte. We'll be talking to you. This show's on Fox Sports Charlotte every Saturday. And every week, Tuesday, around 10 o'clock in the morning, we do a 2-hour live broadcast. Stream it live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Spotify, Apple Play. All the shows are downloaded. So go out and make it a great week. Love you, neighbor. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Ray.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're out. Talk to you then.